read a quote sometime before writing the show, which was about how difficult it is to paint a portrait of a city as a character. That struck me as something that I really wanted to embrace, was to portrait Vancouver and the other side of the postcard, the flip side of the postcard, which is what Vancouver often gets portrayed internationally as a very pristine, lovely little white city. And it was it's not the city I know.
You got any needles? Carrying any weapons, anything like that?
No.
What do we got here, Rick?
I think I'd like to call a lawyer.
When you first come here, you think of one way, it's kind of like forbidding and scary, and you feel sorry for it. And then after a couple of years now, I don't look at it the same way at all.
Mr. Mayor, this is Joe Friedland. Joe's with the East End Poverty Coalition.
Oh, great. Nice to meet you, Joe. You're the man in charge here?
Well, we're all in charge, but yeah, you can talk to me.
What else are you looking for? What can I do for you?
You campaigned on a promise to end homelessness in Vancouver. Maybe you could start with that.
Okay. There's a sort of a generosity and an honor that exists here that, you got to look a long way.
People are seeing this show and they're going, wow, look at that cool place, and look at the neat things that happen there, and look at the way their police and their law enforcement and stuff works there, and their notion of good and evil, how that kind of translates through the show.
Well, there's a couple of numbers there. One of them is to this Greek joint. The other one is to this guy, Monty Wilson, right? 19, got a couple of convictions for selling weed, got a juvie record.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later. We're still trying to match up the tires from where that kid got beat.
Oh, yeah. Good luck with that.
Thanks, Dominic.
The stories are for the most part true to Vancouver, stuff that's going on here, and Chris also uses Vancouver as a character in the show, and we're true to the places in Vancouver.
Is there any reason you can think of why Joel's bundling a junkie hooker into his car to head up there?
Yeah. That could have been a witness he wanted to protect. We're working a case with Drug Squad, an escort service that's tied into the East Indian dope scene. The witness came to us because tapes of her ended up on the internet, and she maintains the woman who runs the escort service taped her with a hidden camera.
The hustle and the bustle and amongst poverty and misery is a lot of art and music. That probably aids me in a way, is that I can walk around here and feel like a part of it.
Where were you fighting?
Here. Up here a little bit, we were all over the place, man.
The dog hanging off you the whole time?
Yeah. I came back right after I got out of the hospital. I couldn't find it anywhere, man.
So what, do you think this other guy might have picked it up?
I don't know. I didn't even know it was gone until I got out of emergency.
It is very specific to Vancouver, and the issues that we tackle in the show, many of them are pulled directly from the local news.
The allegations are these two guys were picked up off the mall, breached, taken somewhere, and told to walk home.
There were threats, and the autopsy report details evidence of a pretty severe beating.
Yeah, but he made his way up to the railroad tracks, and that's what we believe actually killed him.
That's the premise we're going with.
All right, I think I might see my way through this. What else? You said that there was another situation?
Yeah, there was some allegations about one of my detectives and her informant.
Right. And Internal's investigating that now.
Well, I don't want to lose this detective. She's very good.
Okay, why don't you let me poke around that one for a while, and I'll get back to you on the other thing as soon as I can.
Great. I think the show has always been very loyal to Vancouver, and it's shocking to see people shocked at the fact that we use Vancouver.
People watch this and they know that A, it's legit, and B, what we're portraying, except for a little bit of license, is real.
And roll cameras, please.
Rolling! Hey, some tape off the scene and stop the traffic.
I think they really feel they're show champions. They're the humanity that is down here and that can never be taken away from people.
It's really wonderful to have a show that's telling our stories. That's great. It's great to be in something that's Vancouver for Vancouver and not only doesn't apologize for it, but basically waves the little BC flag about it. And I love that.